Well, that's right. Kotak Bank just put out its Q3 FY21 numbers, and they were a very much in-line set of results. Let's walk you through the key line items, beginning with net interest income. Came in at 4,007 crore. The ET now poll was 4,000. Last quarter, we saw 3,900, and last year, we saw 3,400. So good 20% growth in NII, as expected, very much in line. On the profit front, we had 1854, which was a bit of a miss. Our poll projected 2,000 versus last quarter's 2,185, or last year's 1,600. So we were looking at 20% PAT increase, came in slightly less, around 16.5% YoY. Now, it's not because there's been a fall in operating profit, it's because there's been a spike in provision. So what's happened is, to make you understand, the provisions has been 600 crore. We were working with a figure of 400 crore. So obviously 200 crores of extra provision has come in. Now the gross NPA is moderated. They were 4,900 versus 5,300. Net NPA is moderated to 1,064 versus 1,300. However, the pro forma numbers on gross would have been 3.27 instead of 2.26 on the gross level. Net would have been 1.24 instead of the 0.50. So obviously, there's some front loading of provisions on the pro forma NPAs. But that's quite a standard practice among banks. We've seen all the banks doing it. At least 10% to 15% of the pro forma gross NPAs are being provided for now itself. So Kotak is no exception. And that extra 200 crore provision is what has hit the PAT figure and made it a bit lower. If you also pay attention to another key line item, other income, Q on Q has fallen by around 120-30 crores. So if you adjust for the 130 crores of other income plus you adjust for the 200 crores of added provision, on an operating level, the profit actually was a beat. We were working with 2,900. It came in at 3,084 to 3,100 at the operating level. So very strong operating performance from them. CASA ratio has improved to 58.9 versus 53.7. Average savings deposits have grown 29% to over 1 lakh crore. So 1,07,363 for the 9 months. And then the advances at the same time are 2,14,000 crores. So in Q2, Mr. Kotak said that the commentary, at least the commentary that came, was now geared towards credit growth for what's otherwise quite a conservative bank that's slow. So in that sense, it has started to play out already. Sequentially, there's been good credit growth that can be noted. At the same time, it's not shoddy lending because the asset quality is, at Kotak Mahindra Bank is never a question. It's more about, can they really grow, given that they trade at one of the most expensive valuations in the Indian banking sector. So that was pretty much the core of the result. Apart from this, collections have returned to pretty much pre-COVID level. Demand for credit is also back at pre-COVID level according to them. Unsecured advances are nearing pre-COVID level. So secured is back, unsecured is nearing. Capital adequacy remains strong at above 21%, 21.5 to be precise. We'll be catching up with the management soon and getting you a comprehensive update.